Tabletop Time.
I'm Murray, and I'm running this joint. I am playing Melvin, who is playing Oswald the Wizard. And the next to introduce themselves is...
Hi, I'm Jen, and I am playing Callum, I almost forgot my own name, who is playing Celestia in the medieval world. And the next person up is Elle.
Hi, I'm Elle. I'm playing Meg, and she is playing Katori. And the next person up is...
I'm Jazza. I'm playing Cody, who's also playing Pockets, a devilish rogue, who will be followed in by way of introduction by Dave.
I'm Dave, and I'm explaining what we're playing. We're playing Gateway Roleplay, and we're playing a game called Call to Quest, which is an 80s themed roleplay adventure where a bunch of kids get up to some shenanigans and also play a role-playing game in their own universe. So, yeah. And through that role-playing game, they learn to laugh and heal and love and do all those wonderful things. And I am playing, in that world, the GM of that game. So I'm playing Dylan, who's the older brother of Callum. He's like kind of a bit of a dropout. And he also has a GM PC called Hendrax, which is like the Jimi Hendrix meets a bad Labyrinth David Bowie impersonation.
Oh, I give yourself more credit than that.
A fantastic David.
I didn't say Hendrax wasn't fantastic. I just said Hendrax is halfway between Jimi Hendrix and a bad David Bowie impersonation in sound.
And glorious in result.
Yeah, the result is a perfect mashup.
Nice. And now that you know who we all are, it is my chance to shout out one of our little things, which is our lovely Patreon, full of lovely, lovely people. You can join our Patreon, which will give you access to our very private Discord community full of all sorts of nonsense and amazing talent. You can also use that to join our live stream after parties, chat with us afterwards, gush with everyone else, and have a great time.
We love our after parties. They're like one of my favorite things about these nights. It's very fun.
It's always a good time to chime in, and you can already hear everyone gushing over something.
Yeah.
I do feel
There's always like a 50% chance we'll get Dave onto a rant and stick around for ages.
Oh, yeah. That's why I look forward to it.
It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
Call out.
Feature, not a bug.
Exactly. It's called plugging.
I do info dump too much. It's bad. I caught myself on Saturday night doing that. We were having
What
drinks
occasion?
with a bunch of creators, and someone I was asked, I won't mention any names, but I was specifically asked about the game we were developing.
Oh, boy.
And then 10 minutes later I was like,
Oh, no.
You like time warped?
yeah, I was just like, oh my God, I've info dumped so much. And you are like professionally work in the industry of game development.
All right. Speaking of info dumping, Maestro, take it
what was
away.
their response? Now we're just having a
I'm
conversation.
going to move on.
Yeah,
we'll
okay.
talk about it. It was very, they
In
were
the after
lovely.
party.
They were
We'll talk
lovely.
about it in the
They
after
were lovely.
party.
Yeah,
That sounds good.
interested.
Yes, they were very kindly listened and were interested. Yeah.
So last time on Call to Quest.
Last time on Call to Quest, Jen plugged the merch available on our merch store. It's tabletoptime.com.
Yo.
And this time on Call to Quest. Last time on Call to Quest, our party decided to be cool. Al was sick and Meg was away because Dylan had been convinced by his lovely friend Vanessa, who is kind, caring,
And about to appear.
and
No, that is
not
Vanessa.
Strekrom.
Nope.
Vanessa
Yes.
has convinced him that they should all play their game in the old haunted house known as Hollow House. And they broke in, they cut the wire on the fence, they've bashed into the back door with a crowbar. And then Vanessa very strangely locked it after them. And they heard some noises in the house, some creepy sounds.
Sneaky miss.
And then they started playing a role-playing game by the Ouija board used by a lady to summon the spirit of a dead husband who then stabbed her eyes out.
Metal.
It was the whole thing. Yeah.
And on that note,
You know what's funny is right after I said the lady stabbed her eyes out, you just was like, I'm getting lost.
I can't see.
Yeah.
Such irony.
So let's play. So tonight we pick up our adventure. We had just actually were in the world of Zoso and Strekrom. There's so much exposition.
yes.
Strekrom was sitting there. Now, Strekrom is
that
the
guy.
second in command.
Tiny Hat Man.
The same.
There we go. It's happening eventually. He was the second in command and of the big bad. He's basically the Starscream of the villains. That is pretty much his vibe.
Yeah, what's his called? Vorath.
Vorath the Annihilator, or Vorath the Ruin
Bringer.
You know what? I checked and I specifically wrote that he has like 5 titles.
Okay.
So there's a reason.
got it. He made a
I think like
parachute.
Vorath the Annihilator, Vorath the Ruin Bringer. I think he's got like Vorath the World Destroyer.
That's amazing.
Vorath, the no eyebrows.
Yeah, but no, Ruinbringer is definitely here. You should hear Strekrom. Oh my gosh. Strekrom's got 4 names as well. Anyway, Strekrom
Strekrom syndrome.
is actually about to fight you.
It doesn't make any sense.
If you just stuck with him for too long,
Strekrom
you get really tired of the explosions.
Strekrom
Like,
syndrome.
Strekrom, calm down with the explosions.
his name is Strekrom the Unpleasant.
Amazing.
Compared to Vorath the Ruinbringer. Strekrom the
I
Unpleasant.
love that.
It was available.
so
Apparently, there is a
domain.
Strekrom the Pleasant running around.
Yeah.
we gotta find
Good.
him.
It's important to differentiate them.
And he's wearing Oswald's old armor. So I think
canon
that's
now.
where we've kind of got to pick up is the fight, right? Or do we not pick up with the fight? Because it's going to take Meg a
Maybe
fair while
we-
to get there.
You reckon? Okay.
Yeah, I think
Alright.
we pick up with the fight.
All right, let's do
I'm,
it.
in. I'm chilling.
That's your turn to miss out on an episode while you're here.
I would like to think we're starting it now. I think that we should have sort of our heads around it by now. I don't think combat's going to be
Let's
as
go.
much of a nightmare. I do require. It was
A
like
Strekrom?
4 or 5 little guys and a Strekrom.
Okay. And let's, for the sake of our dear podcast listeners,
Yeah?
make sure to sort of describe what's happening. 'cause we
I
do
did
have
it
a-
last episode. Gosh.
What,
Go
describe
back
it?
and listen to it again.
I can.
Oh, you mean
can-
describe physically what's happening on
Yeah.
the board? Oh, I thought you meant
No, it's not.
set the scene again.
No.
I can try and do that.
Yeah, it's
Can
I'll-
someone
I'll,
set
like,
the scene
yeah.
again, please, while I open up my reference sheets?
Do we have a Strekrom?
There's a
Hi, I'm
wizard
Elle.
right
I wasn't
there.
here last week.
Yeah, there we
I'll
go.
set the
Perfect.
scene for you guys.
Thank But you were watching, so you probably know more than
yeah,
we do.
I was also sick, and like sometimes you can't remember what's real.
It was all
Um,
real.
Everything, even the murderous grandma.
Yes, that was
Oh
especially
my
real.
God.
That's what the noise in the hallway was.
Oh my goodness. No, I actually have no idea.
Okay. Does someone else want to give it a crack? Maybe.
Mari, you got this. Strekrom.
Oh my God, why is it so hard?
Wait, okay. No, everyone went back to the hut.
Mm-hmm.
Pockets randomly appeared.
Yes, he finished his own personal
Yep.
arc.
Yep. You became Crumpet's dad. Oswald became Crumpet's dad.
No, I was wiping pus
Became
running
his
down
dad.
his
Yeah,
face.
yeah.
Yeah. And then
Caretaker.
Asha is going to lead you through the forest to get to because he had I don't know where he's going, but he has a
He
lead.
figured it out.
Yeah.
He knew where the miasma was coming from.
Little witch Asha. And he worked out where it was coming from. And he's leading you guys through it, and then you hear explosions and Strekrom.
Yeah, we were approaching a bridge and we
Yeah.
were
Well,
intercepted
you
by-
found the gross. It was like an altar with goat sacrifices and all these horrible things.
Cult of the Lamb stuff. Yeah.
I was drifting in and
So
out of it.
it was very brief. There was rocks and an altar, and then
Amazing.
those explosions. We didn't encounter Daffy Duck.
I love
No,
goats.
I was wondering. Yeah.
Well, Donald Duck.
Yeah, if only someone had kept up like a wiki that would explain the whole campaign and you could access
shade.
it. And you could just reference it.
Nah.
Oh, wow.
I'm so sorry, everyone. This is what it feels like to be a GM, by the way. I just needed everyone else to just cover me while I just found a ridiculously hard to find document. But I found it, so we're good. We can play. So, monsters, go first. And
They start singing.
these 3 are actually going to stand still. They're holding their ground.
Oh.
And now it's the player's turn to move.
Is that a bridge?
Yes, that
Are
is
they
a
going to put
bridge.
it down again?
Oh, there was just some wit that I wasn't prepared for. I'm sorry.
Dave's not ready to be outwitted
All right.
today.
It's the movement step, which means all players can move one square.
It sure is.
She's still there, even though I'm not there.
Is there a difficult terrain rule?
Katori's
No, you
Katori
asked
was
that
doing
last
something.
Did I?
Yeah,
She's
you
like
did.
just
There
a bit
is, isn't there?
behind.
No.
Quite close, yeah.
There is difficult terrain. It's you can't move twice.
Yes, difficult terrain gives you.
sorry, difficult terrain. Okay.
Well, that'll give you slow. So slow is worse than you can't move twice.
You could never move twice.
Difficult terrain is water is considered difficult.
Water would definitely give you slow at this stage. So
Oh.
slow is you can only use actions to move.
Okay. Well,
Oh.
So once you enter it, to actually move any further, you can use actions, and you can and you can only do.
Sick. All right.
okay.
I'll move up behind pockets and then into the river.
Oh. There.
Well, you can't. You can only move one square.
You said you moved two.
No, I didn't.
Charge. You can charge later.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 Are the other two of you moving?
Quickly, close with that pumpkin. Don't let him cast explosions.
And Oswald charges ahead towards the bridge, remaining on dry land.
Yes.
I like
Very
dry
wise.
tootsies.
Hendrak says, as usual, I will provide support as needed. Shout out if you need a heal, babies.
You enjoy that rock, Hendrax.
And now it is the leader's step. This is the first time we've had a real lead. Well, we did have one, but this is the first good one. This is the first one we've got.
Debatable.
Oh boy,
but
we got some surprises.
We actually
in
have
store.
the leader system, the leader cards for this one, which is really cool.
exciting.
So
Mini boss.
he doesn't move either, which means we go to the abilities step. In the ability step, the monsters say what they're doing first. So they basically declare their action. So the Abyssal Dread
Whose
spawn.
phone?
Nothing.
Was it your phone?
No one's?
Being that you're holding.
I don't think so.
They are all going to use pry and tear.
I mean, mine's there, but it hasn't
It
moved.
might, I think it's yours because it's near the console. It's these things that freak out with it. Yeah.
I can't hear
Sorry,
anything.
go on.
The three
They use pry
Abyssal
and tear.
Dread spawn use pry and tear.
Yay, my favorite.
And what would you all like to do with your ability
Charge.
step?
Cry and teeter.
Quick rules up. Long range was 3 squares?
How do they use Prone Tear?
3
Is
to
that
5?
a ranged attack?
No, but they declare what they're doing, and if anyone ends up next to them, that's what they'll resolve.
Okay.
But they won't be able to target anyone when it gets to resolution. It'll
Okay.
just fizzle.
They're
Okay.
like prepping in action.
All right.
Yeah, because currently, with the way it's written, monsters can only do one. Like they only have up to 2 choices to make, and the choice they make is pry and tear. If there's no eligible targets, it will just be a defense roll.
Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I
so
am with you.
that's their declaration of like they're going. And like you're pointing their sharp claws towards you menacingly.
It's
and
the
if
idle
you,
animation as they wait for their turn.
yeah, and if you happen to enter their reach, they
do that
will
really
claw you. But if you don't enter that, and this is why it's a declaration, is because you have the advantage as players. You know what they're doing, so
Yeah.
you could then be like, "I'm not going to stand next to you." You're clearly ready to pry and tear.
Yeah.
That's right, Jess. I've had a lot
Or
of
they could be
inspiration.
about to do a synchronized dance.
You're gyrating.
They're all actually doing a synchronized dance. They're all
Yeah.
moving in the exact same animation timing pattern.
One of them stuck in a T-pose. All right.
That's just
Yeah.
Greg.
So,
Pocket
Rangers.
whispers back to the group as he's...
So it's the 4 ranges on your card.
Yes.
Is 1, 2, 3, 4 squares.
cool. Easy. Done.
Pocket whispers back to the group as he's now thigh deep in water. I'm going to try and take them around the flank. See if you can distract them.
Very well. I will follow this riverbank this way while you two make your way into the river for unknown reasons. There you go, podcast listeners. And then
Yeah, Oswald has stepped on a stone
Hendrix,
very dramatically.
Yeah, Hendrix is just chilling.
He would.
There's
He's
a
looking
tree
at
for
that
him
tree.
this time.
Yeah,
He
it's
is
like-
eyeing it off.
He'd have to go across the river.
Classic tree.
So,
Tree pose.
what actions did you declare?
Charge and did it.
Charge?
Yep, I'm going to do a charge as well.
Charge?
Going to hike up the old robe.
Can't.
Can't
Wait,
do any
I
action.
can.
You can.
Yeah, charge.
Okay. And you're not here. Okay, so you don't do that yet.
See how long he points at you for.
You don't
know.
do it. So none of you should move yet because you got to wait for everyone to do their actions, right? So you all use charge, yes?
Yeah.
Charge.
Okay, so the villain here is going to use the first ever leader ability
Oh, boy.
that's ever been used in Gateway Roleplay.
Dun, dun, dun.
So the way these work, I don't have cards because we haven't made them yet. But basically, leaders of bad guys or monsters, any monster in Gateway can be a leader, and they get a number of special abilities that you can choose as the GM based on like their traits. So if something is like a predator animal, there's like a few that you can pick that are predators. If something's conniving, there's some that you can pick that are conniving. But then the higher level things get, they can have multiple that they can pick from. So you can be like a conniving predator flying or something,
It's like
right?
Okay.
columns of abilities.
Yeah.
You can unlock.
And you just pick the ones you want to build your little hand with as the GM to make your creature feel like it has the personality you want. Because with those cards, you can make like a bear that has a particular personality in those abilities versus one that has a completely different personality because of your choices.
Murray, can you try pulling that closer to you? Just that away from their phone.
So
What is doing that? Sorry.
Can you hear?
can we
Because I can't hear anything.
No, I can't hear anything.
I
either.
can hear it.
So
Now
Murray
it's
and I
gone.
can't.
It's my. I
You
think
guys
it's
can.
yours, Murray.
Okay, I can just remove it.
Just try and separate it. It was definitely yours.
If you want, hold on.
If you have it
pop it
far enough away from the
like
console,
here.
it should be fine.
I have another request. Did
No, it's
someone
fine.
leave the door to Studio 2 open?
Yeah.
Can we please shut that door?
Ah.
It's there's the strong scent of resin fuming into this room.
Oh,
If
I
anyone can
see.
smell that, that's resin.
Can you pop
can't
it here?
right now.
It shouldn't freak
Might
you
be
out.
worth propping that out.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Hell can
It's
no
juicy.
smell.
Be thankful. So, sorry everyone, a bit disrupted. So basically, this is the first ever one we've used. So they have these abilities, and the way they differ from like D&D, where you might have a recharge ability or a, lair actions or legendary actions, is the tier of the creature determines how many of these things they can have, and then they can only use one per turn until they've used all of them, and then they get the hand back.
Yeah, so they need to cycle through their entire hand before they refresh.
So the more epic something is, the more abilities it has access to, but it can't just be like Dragon Breath, Dragon Breath, Dragon Breath, Dragon Breath. So Dragon Breath, for example, would be tiered very high as an ability, but then it would be like, okay, you use that once, you have 6 other things you have to use before you can get back to it again.
Cool.
I'm sorry to segue, but speaking of very high, Phil says hi, which he gets to say because he was a member for 7 months. I just wanted to
Thanks,
highlight.
Phil.
Thanks for being a member,
That is
Phil.
not the direction
That is the
that we're
highest of highs.
going with that lead up.
Okay. All right. Shall we? So,
All right.
what's
So,
his-
and the reason I bring this up is because Strekrom the Unpleasant is using one of these abilities. So I can reveal it to you for the first time. This ability is called Eternal Flame and is accessible to wizardly villains.
Speaking of flame, there's a resin. Triss also says hi. Super chat. Thanks, Triss.
Triss
CO2
is
fumes so last
celebrating
season.
opportunities to play while intoxicated by
Various
toxic.
chemicals.
Yeah. We're all about resin fumes now.
Thanks, Triss.
So, can
Blame the
someone read to me the
fumes.
text on charge and when it resolves?
Move one step closer to a target. Apply
In the
weapon
roll.
damage to C target.
In the hit
In
section?
the roll.
Cool.
Move in the roll section. Apply weapon damage in the hit section.
You may all do so. Okay. And now, Eternal Flame doesn't have a roll.
Okay.
It only has a defensive roll, but as no one has targeted Strekrom, it is uncontested.
Ooh.
Oh,
Dave
it's fiery.
is putting Orange Texas on the
Oh
map
my god.
as the fire
Can you think
explodes.
of anything more Strekrom?
Landmines.
So
Like, that's
Strekrom throws out his hand, and the one of the areas in front of him just engulfs in an eternal, like purple blue haze of flame. That square is now burning with magical fire until the end of combat. You cannot put it out. It is magical fire. Models standing on the tile count as having burn X while standing on the tile, where X is half the villain's tier. So you count as having rounded down. So anytime you're standing in that tile, you count as having burn 2, which means
Ew.
at the start of your turn, you lose 2 health.
And because it's
Pure.
magical, it cannot
It's
be
just-
put out by that water that is right next to it.
The fire can't. No.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, if you leave it, you're not on fire. So it's kind of like it doesn't light you on fire. It's like magical fire.
that-
It just burns you while
Is
you're in
that
it.
his range? So you couldn't go further than that.
He could have gone 1 tile further, but he chose to put it there.
Okay. Strategic.
Alright, so-
Speaking of internal flames, Viara is a member for 3 votes. It says
Hey.
the one for lyrics to Eternal Flame.
Yeah.
Aw.
'Cause I was also singing that on
And
the
Triss is in support of disruptive members. No, it's all right. We love our members.
Thanks,
Thank you
members.
for,
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you for using your support token things to say
Silly
ridiculous things.
So we all keep forging ahead.
So now we go to the next round.
Pocket has nearly made it to the other bank, and there is now flame in front of him.
So
Pocket loves banks.
that
Pocket loves bank. Yeah.
is now used. So he can't use that again until he's used all his abilities.
Does it have a life cycle? Sorry, I missed that.
It's
Do you know
infinite.
how bosses like cycle through their moves and they sort of like the old school ones,
Yeah,
but like they do the
yeah,
slam
like Final
and then
Fantasy,
they do the
yeah,
charge.
yeah.
It's like that.
I get you.
But the final
Pokemon.
caveat is they also have the regular abilities that the creature type
Yeah.
has. So they don't have to use their special abilities. They can just use their regular attacks. But when you're like trying to defend against a rogue that's coming up a shoreline, you might put down the Eternal Flame. Yeah.
Classic.
All right.
Classic
Movement
move.
phase for everyone.
All right.
Do, do, do.
Well, I'm going to move forwards. No, actually, you know what? I'm kind of happy where I am on that rock.
I'm going to move
You're
forward.
very majestic
Yep.
looking.
You can't.
I can't.
You
I'm in
are-
difficult terrain.
You are slow, so you
We
can only
both
move
can
with
only
actions.
with charge.
Yeah, I will charge when that
Yeah.
occurs.
Okay. So we are done with movement. I stayed still, and the others cannot take a move.
Hendrax.
Knee high in the water. No, waist high. It's difficult to move.
Hendrax
difficult
calmly
terrain.
walks up behind Oswald.
What does he say?
In between the two. He says, "Man, I really hate this guy and his obnoxious fire."
Oh,
That's
me
all.
too.
He's
Yes.
half the man. From the looks of it, he's wearing looks like my bloody old curé.
Oh
He's-
my god, you filled that thing out?
I certainly did.
That's very impressive. What are you hiding under those robes? Don't answer that.
You've seen the calves.
Let's focus.
These hips do not lie.
So you're standing still. You guys have all moved, and his little minions are gonna stay still as well, and so is Strekrum.
Oh, bastard.
What about Crumpet?
Crumpet
I
is
think
with
Katori's wrangling
Katori.
Crumpet.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That makes
Is it
sense.
this guy?
That makes
yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
They're off here.
Okay.
So action phase. All of the 3 minions are going to use Pry and Tear.
What have you got up your cheeky little sleeve?
A really powerful wizard that is being defended by his minions, as opposed to just walking towards you all.
Charge.
What do you think? Up my
Well,
sleeve? Ranged
so-
combat.
So no one's moving except for. So now we're going to the.
Now we go to action declaration.
Okay.
They've declared, so now the heroes declare.
Okay. So both.
So you
Celestia
declaring
and
charge.
Pockets are charging
Yeah.
Yep.
through the water, and Pockets manages to climb up the banks. Are you climbing across to the other bank, or are you going?
No, yeah, I'm following you. Yeah.
Okay.
What is the damage of the fire? Did we establish that?
It's burn 2 while you're standing in it.
Okay.
Which, interestingly enough, means if you had something that gave you like resistance to burn, etc., it would reduce it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, while my compatriots ford their way across the river, I'm going to stand atop my rock, strike a pose, and cast Chain Lightning on the closest little minion to
What's
me.
the range? Far.
Long. So far.
Yep. No, that's adjacent or close, short, medium, long.
3,
Okay.
4.
Yeah.
Yep.
This one.
Get him.
Nice.
So, I get to choose what to do with the Strekrom. Okay, so Strekrom. Oof.
I don't like it when the big bad says oof
oof.
after consulting rules.
Yeah, this is fun.
Don't do it.
One of
Strekrom
us.
is going to point his wand towards Oswald and say, "It's past time that I strike you down, old man." And he's going to
Bring it!
use elemental bolt on you. In fact,
Battle of the Bolts.
how much health do you have?
Because hang on. Is
He's
Murray,
going to use elemental infusion.
Is Murray in range?
He has
Oswald-
long plus.
Ah, okay.
So he's got as much range as he wants with this particular attack.
Okay.
So he actually uses his second leader action called
Classic bad guy nonsense.
Elemental Infusion. This is select an action on your card or on your monster sheet and add 1 burn to it. So just for this turn gets burn 1 on this attack. And then he uses Elemental Bolt targeting Oswald.
I have a rules question.
Yes.
Isn't it he describes what he does first and then
leaders
Leaders
are
go last because they're mustache twirling villains and they always have the upper hand.
Something
the
up their
turn order
sleeve.
is minions, players, leader.
That
but
makes more sense.
There's only ever one leader.
And there's often not one leader.
Yeah.
So they're only in important fights, and there's more often than not going to be one, and there can never be more than one in a fight.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Even if there's 4 dragons, only one can be a leader dragon. It's just a flat rule. You can only ever have one leader.
It's meant to be annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the minions move, we can see them move. We're like, haha, I can
I
counter
know
them.
what you're doing.
But then the leaders can counter us.
Yes.
I see.
I really want to call them villains, but because it's like mustache twirling, but leaders makes more sense because they can be good ones too.
Yeah.
So now we do some resolution and rollies.
Rollies.
So the only roll that matters is you
Mine,
are
thank
rolling. Oswald is rolling into an adorable crumpet-like friend known as a dread spawn that looks like a little evil demon casting chain lightning.
Don't look, Crumpet! You're not one of them.
They look nothing like me. It has a combat roll of 6 for its defense. It gets 3 successes.
Oh, roll off.
Okay.
Murray got 3 as well.
It got 3 successes on the second roll.
1, 2, 3,
3.
4.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that is your attack is successful against the dread spawn. However, you rolled 3 on the original roll, so that's your defensive roll.
Yep.
Strekrom,
Yeah,
as
this is gonna be an issue.
wizard leader. Where are we, wizard? Why am I blind for wizards? Wizard has a combat roll of 9.
Murray's downfall will be dice rolling. Who could have seen this coming? Oh,
So he gets 3. You got to re-roll. This is big. He's blasting a huge.
come back.
Reroll that.
You are very lucky.
3.
I rolled 1 out of 9 dice.
Wow.
Strekrom's blast goes wild across the water and completely misses, thrown off by the glint of his own breastplate shining into his eyes.
Haha! Even my nipple can defeat you, my bronzy nipple.
What does chain lightning do?
Do you want me to read the whole card?
Tell us the resolution.
This is the
'cause
one
you've
that
hit-
says face X.
Apply face eyes X marks 2 stun. So 2 stun to any enemies adjacent to the target,
Ooh.
along with the
Yeah,
target
that is
itself.
good.
And what damage does it do?
2 stun.
It does no damage.
Oh, so it
Show me
Is
this.
there +0, +nothing, like
+2.
plus 2.
damage?
Oh, this is 2. Yeah. So what's your damage? 4. So you do 6 damage to the target.
Ooh.
to this guy.
So that chain lightning, Oswald shoots out a blast of lightning and instantly fries the Dreadspawn in front of Strekrom and stuns Strekrom and both of his allies in this
Crispy
shocking
mignon.
blast.
Can you give us a sound effect, sir?
Zap.
I think the splat was
So
more
immersive.
appropriate, but that's fine.
That's there we go.
That's
buddy.
great.
Yeah.
Crunchy. There we go.
All right. So now that's that. So it's the next round. Movement step.
Can't move.
And did it hurt the others next to?
They are
that
stunned.
person?
So they have a
They're
-2
stunned, okay.
on this turn's combat roll. In their
Cool.
movement step, the Dreadspawn is going to move up, basically trying
Taking
to
place.
bottleneck you into the fire, is their intent.
You can all toast marshmallows together.
It does look like they're
And
kind of holding
Strekrom-
marshmallow sticks.
will take a brave step backwards.
You better float away.
He should be declaring
After you all move, sorry.
All right, cool. Now, Pockets is going to duck aside
Yep.
behind the tree here with the intent to flank. Celestia is trudging through water and not able to make much progress. But as we now move on to declare... are you moving, Murray? Oswald?
No, I'm feeling pretty good on the rock there.
Yeah, that's worked well so far.
Sort of rivaling, however
Yeah.
high Strekrom is. The rock is what is the best I have.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I'm
And Hendrax is staying put
yeah,
too.
considering conscripting Hendrax and giving me a piggyback, just for that extra boost. But
Strekrom backs off a little bit, and then we get to the action phase. So the pry and tear for our junior friends.
Now, dear narrator, can I game dev hat on?
No. Not at the table.
Can I ask if we can attempt try on the using an action to use a non-combat duck out of sight? A sneak check.
We literally no, because we haven't even
me a challenge
conceptualized it. What would it do? What would it do?
Can we try it?
What would it do?
It would
We
mean-
can't do this. What it would mean? It would mean exactly what you want it to mean in this instance.
No, I'm happy to go with your gut.
Well, my gut is I don't want you to be able to do
Okay,
it.
all right. Well, I will.
You
try.
want to take a non-combat action
I want to be a rogue
to
and
just
duck out of sight.
become invisible.
You could make it harder as I get closer or something, but the idea is like sneak check in lieu of.
But they saw you.
But
they can't see through the
there's
fire.
But
There's
in
one
between
tree.
them now.
There's one tree.
And an eternal pillar of fire.
I'm happy for you to make the call. I just wanted to propose it. I'm always going to do this, by the way.
Who could have
Maybe in
predicted that the
future
man in
just
charge of
act like
mixing up the
everything-
rules tries to make up
can
rules?
be debated and everything can be a theory, but we got to try stuff and it'll work or it won't work. But that's also part of the fun. Let us know in the chat what direction you're leaning in. Stick to the things that have been decided upon, or a little more improv and violence. Phil's telling me to behave. What are you doing? What are you thinking? You guys make your action
Charge.
choices. Okay. So Celestia is charging and reaches up, clambers onto the edge
Whoa.
of the riverbank.
Classic.
Nice.
Well, I'm quite happy atop my rock going pow, pow, pow.
Nice.
And then. Yeah. Very wizardly.
Extremely wizardly.
Dave is deep in the thinking zone.
I just think it requires way too much thought to just like willy-nilly throw in, and then it's pointless if it feels negative once you do it, we're going to be like, oh, it's conceptually crap. But if it feels positive, it'll be like, oh yes, we're keeping it.
No, it
So
won't be.
I don't want to invite it
No.
without having because we already
We're
have
giving
on the
measure-
agenda to plan this. So the fact that we have agreed that we're going to plan it means I don't want to willy-nilly do it.
Except that this is a character that it would work with, and there may not be that in the next thing we play. So it's probably the time to experiment, and I won't be butthurt about any direction, and it could be a good opportunity to get feedback from chat. Just saying.
Okay, well, personally, my feelings on Hyde in particular from Dungeons and Dragons, which is the most common thing, is I loathe it, and I think it's really stupid because I think that you would have to be like a snail to see a guy walk behind a tree and then be like, he's no longer in I've no object permanence. He's just gone. He no longer exists. He must have been the wind. It's so video game to go into like stealth mode and just be stealthy.
What if you have to be a certain amount away from them?
I think there's definitely instances where stealth is super relevant, but it's
I'll let it go. I don't want to drag us into this too deep for too long. I was just being a little too cheeky. Pockets is going to charge around behind the tree.
Thank you.
Avoiding.
I am very
Avoiding
down.
the fire.
I'm super open
Sorry,
to
we'll get
working
through it
on it.
later.
I think we should work on it. I just
Agreed.
don't want to willy-nilly do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
now that
Open
we've
Game Dev
That's
Night.
it. Now that we've discussed it, let us know in the comments what are some interesting ideas.
That
for
is
how
a
you
great
could-
idea.
Let us
Yeah.
know,
And
how could that mechanic work.
What are your problems with hide systems in games? But what are the benefits? What feels good about being able to go mid combat? We're talking mid combat because I totally think you should be able to stealthily attack people and have a benefit when you're initiating combat. What are the benefits of being able to enter like a stealth mode, and what should that do, and what are the detractions from that? Please and thank you.
Cool.
Okay.
I think that's our.
Now this is really relevant because you chose to charge, and because the minions pick first, they picked the thing where they rip and tear, which means they could have picked the other ability and moved and attacked you, but
Yeah.
they didn't pick it.
Yep.
So you got to choose to advance because you knew you were outside their reach.
Smart.
Okay.
Smart.
And Strakron picks what he's doing, and he's going to shoot Oswald again because you annoyed him with your nipple reflection.
Rude.
But does he have +2 to range? Can he
He's
reach
got
me?
infinite range.
Ah,
That's like the last time.
what a muppet.
So he has he has long plus, which just means he can shoot long and beyond with that particular
Too
attack.
long and beyond.
That is exactly how he resolves it.
Phil Brush has suggested that haystacks, like in Assassin's Creed, could be.
Look, we're going to do a cardboard box supplement, which will allow it.
Okay. All right. Great.
And a little exclamation point. Okay, so
Just put a pot on other people's heads.
Who turned on the lights?
Kotori loves smashing pots on people's heads. You gotta watch out. Did that last time.
so
Was it Crumpet that I did it to?
Yes.
I think it was Crumpet.
Now we have a pet.
so what were you targeting with your thing?
The minion that's in range
With what ability?
with energy blast.
Just your standard attack. Okay, well, let's resolve that. He's only got 4 dice for his defense. He gets
That was interesting.
1 success.
2.
You're definitely hitting.
I'm concerned about Zextrum though.
Well, Strakron has stun too. So he only gets 7 dice. Oh, you got
yes.
2, right? You only got 2 successes, didn't you?
Yes.
Don't worry, I rolled 3.
Oh,
Damn it.
Okay, so there is a blast of elemental fire, which does how much damage from you? 4? 4 damage smashes into this this dread spawn at the front. The dread spawn have no defense, so he goes to 2 health. Just takes this massive energy blast, bits of blood
that-
spray out.
This one?
The one closest to you.
To
So
me?
that's the
closest to
yep.
the
Okay, interesting.
What happens to
However,
it?
it's not dead. It's got 2 health.
Okay.
Yep, that's the one closest to the water. Strakrom's elemental bolt arcs out across the water like 3 little white orbs of magic circling each other. And they just fly and smash into Oswald's old frame,
Uh-oh.
dealing 6 damage.
Ouchies.
Ouchies.
Spicy.
How much armor do you have?
2.
So dealing 4 damage. They don't have
Aye.
pierce.
Say that word again.
They don't have piss. They don't have pierce. They don't have
False
Do
fire.
not have Pierce
No wonder
Brosnan.
they're angry. They don't have peace.
Strakron unzips and
No.
My
Did that
God.
just take half your health off in one shot?
A little bit more.
A little bit
Yes.
more. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Cool.
About the
Well,
half ability.
we're resolved for the turn. So rather than doing what we did last time, let's pull it back a little bit. Meanwhile, in the 80s, across town, in a kitchen, in Meg's house,
Dylan.
Dylan has
did
ran
you
away.
get there?
What's Meg up to? It's like 9 o'clock at night. Actually, yeah, it was like 8:30, 9 o'clock. Past all the kids' bedtime.
I think she's reading. And reading for pleasure this time. Not doing any study or anything. Just getting lost in a
Babysitter's
fantasy
Club.
book.
Let's go.
Probably trying to, pretend Gateway isn't happening. And just losing herself in a bit of fantasy. But just herself and her book. Yeah. Her parents she said goodnight.
Cool.
She's gone. Yep.
Well, at any point that you decide to do something other than sit comfortably reading and relaxing.
I thought you were free. Well, I mean, what time is it? 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
What was it? What does she know about it? What was her recollection of?
Just that they were going
knows that
to
it's on.
do something at the haunted house, at the
Yeah.
Hollow House.
What,
and-
did she know it was gaming? Or
yeah,
did-
yeah.
Okay.
She knew it was gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, she knows it's this night as well.
Yeah.
She might try and just listen out and see what her parents are doing. See if they're still up in the main room. Yeah.
I'm going to roll a destiny dice here. Do you want them to be up or not?
Not the destiny.
Probably not.
You can hear
That was close.
the sounds of your father snoring in the recliner with like sort of the later night television programs running to their conclusion. Because of course television, it had an end time or it just stopped airing after like 11 o'clock or whatever. And you can hear your father snoring, and you can also hear in the master bedroom your mother sort of doing her nightly routine, like putting on the facial mask and putting curlers in her hair, whatever. I don't know what women in the 80s did. That's accurate. Putting on some face cream.
Yeah.
Nightly
You know she's in her
routine,
90s on, face cream's on.
I think Meg would go to the pantry and maybe like to go and grab a snack. And
Okay.
maybe she'd see some marshmallows. And she'd think back to the camping time. And she feels this little, I don't know the word, just like a faint voice in her head. Kind of cool.
Melvin dropped his s'mores. What a muppet.
Just like a very cheesy TV show. Doodle-doodle-doo memory moment.
Crumpet.
And I think she misses it. Yeah. I don't know. How much time do you want to spend on Meg, Dave?
Well,
How
a little bit more.
devious do we want Meg
I would
to
keep
get?
keep spending time
Delve
with Meg.
into
I want to know
her
everything Meg
soul.
does
Go
at 9 o'clock at night.
Make us cry.
She's going to grab the marshmallows
Mm-hmm.
and go back to her room.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Eat the whole bag and fall asleep.
look at
That's
it,
an option.
stare,
It's your character.
think,
Yeah.
and grab a torch.
Okay.
Yeah.
And walk towards out the house.
She's
Okay.
going to pack a bag,
Yep.
be very studious, very meticulous in getting everything she needs. Bringing the marshmallows, but she's decided, right, they're not. The kids need me, and they are off with Dylan and Vanessa.
What's
Okay.
her motivation? Yeah, what's her like mindset heading into
She's
this?
thinking of the kids. She's
What
thinking
is
of
she
all the
think-
nights,
is she
babysitting.
worried? Is she
She's-
wanting to join? What's her?
Maybe a little. Maybe we'll see. But I think she's telling herself she's just doing it for the kids to go and make sure they're okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
But
with
she
you.
definitely
Yeah.
leaves the house to this music just down the street. Like,
She does. I like to think Meg has rollerblades.
I'll allow it.
Cool. You're a cool kid.
Yeah,
She doesn't
cool.
use them very
Cool
often.
team.
Cool's the
Are
word.
they
she's
like
getting her
fluoro
rollerblades.
by any chance?
They're pink.
Are they rollerblades or roller skates? Because Meg feels like a roller skate
skates. You're
person.
right. It's definitely roller skate.
So like a
They're
pastel
pink. They're a little
pink.
bit dusty, a little bit old. She hasn't
Yeah.
used them for a little while, but
All right. Well,
she's
roller was
bust
big in
them
the
out
80s.
this time. Yeah.
So as Meg leaves the
Please,
house,
flashlight.
She's also got. She's put the knee pads on. Safety first. And then matching pink.
she kicks as she walks out of the house. She kicks a little bundle on the doorstep. There's like some newspaper wrapped around a little box, really shoddily done, but clearly it's almost like a parcel left on the porch.
A dump on the porch.
Yeah, it's a burning bag of poo on the. No, it's just it's like some newspaper wrapped around a little box.
Yeah, she'll pick it up.
And it almost opens without even needing to be opened. The newspaper unfurls. And inside the box, there's some torn up newspaper. And there is a cassette tape in the box. And there's also a note. And the note, assuming that Meg reads it,
Meg does read it.
is in unexpectedly good handwriting. And it says, "Hey, Meg, I'm sorry I blew you off. I'm sorry I blew you off about the records. I didn't think you'd be that interested after all. but I made you this mixtape so you can get a sample of some actually good music. And if you like it, you're welcome around.
Oh, that's so cute.
And it says Dylan on the bottom /Hendrax.
I think she's gonna look at it, take a few moments to kind of just breathe, and then decide, yep, I'm going. Put it in her bag and head off. She's on a woman on a mission. Going to get her kids back.
The babysitter.
Yeah.
So that's all happened prior to.
She's
So
rollerblading. It's pretty
You're
cool.
rollerblading.
Yeah. Roller skating.
Can you make a check
Yeah.
to achieve your roller skating there?
Absolutely.
You haven't done it
She's
in a while.
probably a bit rusty.
Cool. What would you like to use to roller skate there?
Oh boy.
I just wanted to fall over.
Yeah.
It'd
Can
be
it
funny.
be like agility to stay
Yeah,
upright?
agility for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, you're so right.
You're looking at Katori.
Having
know you're feeling
seen
heroic,
my stats.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no!
Can I change the
Body
coordination?
Is, all her dump stats is body. You absolutely can. Coordination is super required.
Sweet.
But unfortunately, I am going to make you pair it with reflexes.
Cool.
Remember,
but-
she has higher stats than us.
But we're your children. But you do only need one success to not fall over.
So it's coordination with
Reflexes. Reflexes. With a W.
I said with a tiny dice.
These children need a training arc.
I'm on
You
time.
get one success.
Yeah,
You do shakily. There's a few of those like what? Where you like,
She has to hold on to like the fences just a little bit sometimes. But
yeah.
Okay.
But it's hard. It's nice.
Thankfully, the journey is mostly downhill, so like it was worth it. It was a strategic choice, even though there were some wobbly moments.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like going 40% the speed you would have if you
Just, like,
hadn't won the
walked
roller
in.
skates.
It's like a montage where it looks like it's going really, really well, and the music's going along, and then
Yeah.
the music just goes, "Huh," and she's like, "Ah!" and then it keeps going, and she's okay.
As you skate past and you get close to Hollow House, you sort of glide past. Can I get you to make a acuity wisdom check? Challenge level 2.
Acuity or wisdom? Okay, it's the same number of dice. 0 successes.
As you get close to the Hollow House, you pass. There's a little laneway. At daytime, you could swear that this laneway is sort of a sweet little old cobble with the white picket fences of the houses aside. That then kind of there's a bit of garage shed backing onto it, and it just kind of weaves from one street to another with some low-hanging trees, almost like willow trees, hanging their branches down onto it. And on a summer day, you could swear it's beautiful, like it's a picturesque little alleyway. But right now, you just glance up it, and like chills run up your spine as looming shadows stretch down it. And for a split second, you see a dark figure turn its head rapidly towards you, and you see these glinting, like shining lights where its eyes should be flash towards you. But then you like roll past because you're rollerblading, so you just like go past it.
And this is near the house?
It's like 2 doors down from the house.
Okay. She's going to grab her torch and just hold it with her.
You get up to the front of the house, skating away, and you see a chained gate that has been bolt cutted open. The chain is on the ground with a padlock broken next to it. The gate is almost like slightly ajar, like it's just been shut behind.
Can I rattle
Yeah.
it, see if it opens?
Oh yeah, you can just push it open, but it
Okay.
seems like someone had like cut it, opened it, closed it behind them.
Does it do that?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
it does that.
Nice.
I read screech. It says car screech. I wouldn't describe that as a car screech. I'd say that's a rev. But it's okay. A car drives up behind you and gives you a little fright and then keeps driving up.
Jumps, yeah.
You don't hear the sound of the door over the car rev.
Yeah, exactly. The car.
Smart. She'll go in and she'll shut it gently behind her
Cool.
and get her torch out, flick it on. Can I see any footsteps?
Yes, the grass is long and hasn't been disturbed. But you do manage to find in that, because of that, there is now a push down path because the grass is sort of like waist high, but because like 4 people have traipsed through and around to the side, it's sort of bent and bowed in one area in a quite obvious way.
Just gonna follow that.
Yeah, that is spooky. I agree.
Yeah, she'll follow the footsteps,
Cool.
keeping her
You
torch
weave
out.
round.
Take her rollerblades off at this point. Got him like slung over.
As you walk past the front of the house, sort of creeping around the side, you hear from a darkened room with shuttered windows.
Who's there?
Silence.
Dylan?
And then sort of a little bit more distant into the house, you hear the sort of muffled echo of younger boys laughing at something.
Okay.
Probably actually creepier to hear.
I can't believe your nipples do that much damage.
You hear clearly Cody say, I can't believe your nipples do that much damage.
You got this, Meg. Okay. And she's gonna keep going
All
towards
right.
the voices of the kids and not the spooky voice.
Round 3 combat. So,
Back to the nipples.
movements.
Well, for my part, I swoon on the rock. Hendrix, I've been hit! Tell him something I don't know. Tell him that it was a good one.
Celestia, we need to close in. The old man is vulnerable.
He's not even injured. He's being very dramatic.
I have a boo-boo. You saw it. Plain as day.
I'll fix you right up. It's fine.
You better.
Pockets
Yep.
lurks around behind the tree and all of a sudden is at the flank of the only creature that hasn't been targeted by any damage yet, which Pockets is very excited to change.
Is it difficult for terrain for me to jump onto that?
No,
Great. That's what I do.
Celestia jumps on
Cool.
the edge of the bridge.
After
the
chatting with Hendrix, I'm
monsters
going to
actually
move
would
up.
have had an opportunity to move before you all started moving.
I blame you. That's your fault. So you missed the boat.
No, so I'm just gonna just to
we can
keep
go back.
teaching this. No, keep them there. Just to keep teaching the sequencing. They actually would have stayed there because their job is to defend.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's fine.
Sure.
But I just wanted to so we can just get the sequence in head. So if we each pick each other up, we'll learn it by road.
Strakrum stays where he says.
Strakrum chooses after you've all choose. Is Oswald staying still?
Yes.
Okay, so Strakrum does at this stage get to move, and he's going to move 1 square back to sort of the edge of the clearing. Any further back, he'd be fleeing the battlefield. There's sort of a bunch of trees around the edge that makes it a bit hard to cast spells and fire things.
Brave Sir Strakrum.
Strategic withdrawal. And now we get to the ability declaration, and the monsters, the little lads, are both going to declare.
Brian tear. All right. Just a feeling. Just a thought.
I've got the feeling it's gonna prime time.
One is going to use the one closest to Pockets is going to use Reckless Advance, and the one closest to Celestia is going to use Prying Tear.
Called it.
You knew it.
Called it.
Okay. Reckless advance happens after the attack.
It's before rolling, may move 1 step closer to a target if no targets are in Circle C. Otherwise, it is just a regular attack. So that is in the hit. It's charge, literally charge.
Yep. Interesting.
Streckless attack.
Okay. Pockets is going to use coup de grace.
Coup de grace?
Coup de grace.
What does coup de grace do?
I get +1 to my roll.
Yep.
But the damage is juicy if I get it.
Okay. Oh, it's 2.
Yes.
All right. So,
Are we all declaring?
Celestia?
Yeah, great. I'm going to cleave the one closest to me.
okay. Oswald?
I start weaving a spell in front of me as I prepare to step through space. But I am sort of doing it a bit slower, kind of hoping that Hendrix might heal me a little bit beforehand.
Hendrax is going to use Cure Wounds on you.
Yes.
And
With a butt whack.
now lastly we have
Send them forth.
Strekrom, and Strekrom, he should be a naughty lad, but he's actually just going to declare that he is going to shoot Oswald.
He would.
With the same attack again. So, combat. Coup de grace. Let's do coup de grace.
Let's do it.
I got 4 successes.
Ooh.
2,
3, but yes, 3.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna.
You know, that would have felt a lot worse if you didn't suddenly have 14 spirit instead of 6.
True. I'm gonna burn one of my grits.
To just tie it, you'll still have to re-roll.
Yep.
How much grit do you have?
3.
Oh, you haven't used. Oh, you've been away for so long.
Yeah.
2, 3.
4.
You successfully coup de grace. What does coup de grace do?
Coup de grace does if you are behind your target and you hit, if they have 5 HP or less, you instantly kill them instead.
Okay.
Do they have 5 HP?
No, they have
Poop.
6 HP.
Okay.
So you do damage.
do. Okay. Well, 2 pierce.
2 piercing damage.
Yeah.
Now it has 4 health.
Okay.
And you know what's interesting is that your class specifically has an ability that tells you the information
Yeah.
of the enemies.
Yeah.
So I think I don't mind that because abilities like coup de grace are pretty strong.
Yeah.
But if you mess up, it doesn't feel
Well, I
too
saw
good.
one explode, so I thought,
Yeah.
okay, well, this
Yeah.
should be easy, right?
Celestia,
Let's do it.
cleave. All right. Well, this Dreadspawn is rolling its dice and it gets 0 successes.
Nice.
1, 2, 3 successes.
That's to make up for last.
All right. So what does cleave do?
So it's +1 weapon damage, and if the target is reduced to 0 HP, any excess damage may be applied to one other enemy C, which I imagine is close, whose combat roll you beat.
Okay. So I think in this instance, can I have a quick look?
Past this bed.
So technically, this doesn't do what you think it does because you're thinking a close enemy to your target, yes?
Yes.
It is actually closest to adjacent
I have to
to
be where
you.
the red thing is.
However,
Yeah.
because we're in alpha, prototype, pre-alpha, I'm going to make a note to word that clearer because it's really good to get these kind of things. So we'll make the wording clearer.
And as a reward for your game dev help,
And as a reward, you will apply as you intended it to. So you do weapon damage to the target.
Woohoo.
And if you kill them, you do weapon damage to the other target as well.
Woohoo!
Is that correct?
That is correct.
Your weapon damage is 4.
Correct.
Celestia, describe how you kill 2 Dreadspawn in one blow.
Okay, so Celestia has the high ground. So she's gonna leap up into the air and do a massive slash down the middle that like is so powerful. It's like parting the red.
Oh, hell
sea, like,
yeah.
it
The
Slashes
shockwave
them right
kills
down.
one behind me.
please tell me that they just are perfectly still for like
Yeah,
3 seconds.
just-
Yeah.
yeah.
Whoa, Celestia, you become a badass. Way to go, Callum.
Yeah.
Just killed 2 in one blow.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Can't believe you're. Oh, gee, we're getting pretty good at this.
Whoa. What was that? You guys hear something? Some weird creaking noise.
That's just my awesomeness showing through.
No, like seriously. Can you all make a acuity wisdom check?
I've also been informed that I should be saying flashlight, not torch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My bad, Americans.
did that.
My bad.
Oh, badass.
I'll get there.
What was it? Sorry.
Acuity was done.
Acuity wisdom.
Challenge level
2.
1 for Cody.
2.
2.
Okay, so Cody spots the flash outside one of the windows between some slats of like something supernatural, like a will-o'-the-wisp, and then like eyes flit to it, and then you see this dark like of shadow shape just disappear outside in a way that is
What the?
very unsettling and supernatural. Like in the environment you're in, it's like creepy, like there's a ghost or something outside. The two of you see a human figure walking past with a flashlight outside, heading towards the back door.
Hide.
Guys, I told you this was a bad idea.
Yeah,
They've come for us. We're going to be punished for playing games in the den of evil.
no, it's okay. We get a pass, but someone is outside.
Something is outside.
Should we hide under the
That's
table?
kind of rude, but
What if it's the cops?
Yeah, right.
Dylan?
Opposite direction of
I hear
where it was is that way. I suggest we go.
Wait,
Cody?
is that Meg? And everyone simultaneously stands up from the table and runs over to the kitchen window and starts like pressing their faces to the little slats. Hey, that's Meg! Meg!
What the?
roll for jump scare. Meg. Like five faces. Like,
Yeah.
She's turning the other way and just looks back at
Breathing.
this. Just
Yeah, you literally, there's like a on the window as like four faces are pressed up against them. You just see these eyes like looking through slits.
She fumbles with her flashlight, but she keeps it. Because I said flashlight, so I get to. Oh my goodness. Can you let me in?
Sure.
Can I see her?
No. I'll do it. Keep playing your game. And she steps out of the room and the door to the kitchen shuts. And you know that she locked
hear
the
her
door and
scream.
she's the one with the
2
key.
seconds later.
she does have the key.
Murder.
That's, shall we say, cordial of her?
Sure.
And she's not playing, and we've got like a pivotal
Yeah.
combat roll. Like we still don't have.
Yeah.
All right, okay, roll.
Combat,
all right,
combat.
Also, Meg's here. That's kind of cool. I didn't think she'd be keen. Anyway, Strackrum. He's got his roll against Oswald.
He does.
Now, he's got a blistering 9 dice. I will kill you, Oswald.
Here he comes, Hendrax. It's a shame you didn't heal me sooner.
you got, at the end of the turn, you'll get 1 health.
That's unfortunate.
4 successes.
4.
So you roll off.
Oh,
Oh,
do I have? No, I have no.
that was celebrating across the.
I was going to say I could use
You're
a
looking on the wrong
Knack.
thing.
an oof.
Or a grit.
I am
dice.
looking at the wrong thing.
You did a me.
I could spend a grit to trump that.
You could.
I'm going.
You mean a knack?
No, grit's just a damage to increase the damage.
Grit is
Oh,
damage.
don't,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
So
nice.
knack,
Yeah.
no.
Unfortunately, I'm out of knack. So we're going to have to go with the roll,
Roll
off.
again.
Didn't you guys just rest?
Yes.
At
So you get
Ashes.
to give 1 back. You get 1 back.
Oh, do we? Cool.
You get 1 of your choice of knack or grit.
That's fine.
Okay. Oh,
You win the roll off anyway.
Hooray!
So you will successfully step through space.
Yes, as that is the caveat. I can teleport, but I cannot be hit this round.
Nice.
Yes. So if you get hit, you fail to teleport.
Yep.
Yeah. Where are you teleporting to?
Right in front of him.
I'll allow it.
I'm here
that
for the
happening
space
now?
of-
Yeah.
Yeah, it sure is.
Resolves at the end of combat. These 2 are dead.
Oh, the tree!
Fire.
So is the tree.
The fire.
The fire burns the tree
For
down. I love
podcast
that.
viewers, Dave just knocked the tree on
It's fire.
Celestia.
All right.
Oh,
the
no.
fire burned the tree.
Yeah.
But now the
It's
fire is
very
burnt on
dramatic.
it.
falling.
I am framed by fire. All right, you cowardly jumpstart. Now you're going to have to deal with the real thing. And I throw back my robes to reveal I have another breastplate on.
Hey!
A smaller, more fitted breastplate.
Yes, it's still like ripped, but it is a bit not as wide.
Yeah. Amazing.
Come at me, braggart.
All right. So back outside, Meg standing at the door. There's some sounds of chains being unwrapped and unraveled, the of bubble gum being chewed and popped, and the door is pulled open. Vanessa, what are you doing here?
I could say the same to you.
I was invited.
I was also invited.
Oh my God. So why are you late? Totally rude.
Okay.
Dylan's like trying really hard.
Oh, are you enjoying watching?
Yeah, Dylan's hot, so like anything he does is cool.
Is that all you think about him?
What? Yeah. Nah.
Perfect. Now.
Can I come in?
Am I successfully embodying like
Yeah.
single character note 80s like popular girl? Okay,
100%.
cool.
Nailing it, Dave.
What's the password?
Please.
That is the password. Fine.
Call me a genius.
You can come in.
Thanks.
Just don't cramp our style, Meg.
Are you not even playing?
I mean, it's kind of cool when Dylan does it, but like, I don't know. I'm not sure yet. Playing with a bunch of like pimply little boys. Maybe if I get some of the like track team on it, it could be cool, but we'll work on it. I'm working
Well,
on
maybe
Dylan.
I could say
Dylan's
don't-
a bit of a project.
Cramp our style.
Let's just go. And then she
I will
leads
reluctantly follow.
Meg into the room.
Oh my
Hey,
gosh, I can't believe you actually came.
you're all okay.
Did you see a specter
Yeah.
outside?
I've seen weird things. Yeah.
We're more than okay. We're winning, I think. But it's
You're
super
winning.
cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, you're seeing weird things? What weird things are you seeing?
Oh, there's just spooky people around. You know this.
Vanessa
think it's
stays
safe
behind,
for
by
you
the way,
guys to
and you
be
hear the
here.
sound of the door being
Yeah.
chained up. Just
Ooh,
that's it.
you
Like-
saw things?
Yeah, but this is like the spookiest area of town.
Yeah, that's why we're
I saw
here.
things.
There's
Oh my
a
goodness.
presence for sure. I saw like an elemental wisp.
Well, maybe that was me.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't where you were.
Oh.
Was it?
No, not with your perception check. like you got a sort of the flashlight panned around and like reflected off a porch, like some glassware or
Gotcha.
something, and came
Yeah.
back in the wrong way.
Okay. Well, sorry I'm late. I
That's
hope
okay.
it's not too late to join.
No.
Thought I should be here.
Right, Dylan?
I thought you said you didn't want to come.
Yeah. Well, someone's got to look after them, right? If you're doing all the storytelling.
Yeah. Well, always. You're always welcome to play. Katori's just hanging out with Crumpet, keeping him on the leash because he's got a rage inside him that's hard
I'm
to
glad
contain.
you guys kept him around.
Yeah, I mean, they love that guy. That someone was like polishing his little soup bowl of a skull.
We just cleared the enemies and we're about to confront the Strekrom himself.
Did Vanessa apologize to you?
Enough. It's fine.
Okay.
We've moved on.
All right. Let's play then. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
I'll watch whatever you guys.
No.
If you're winning.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure your sheets are right here. Dylan brought them.
Hey, we're a team. Miss a week doesn't mean you're not winning. Let's get to it.
Thanks, Cody.
All right, movement step. So in this turn, Katori moves on to the edge of the board with Crumpet next to Hendrax.
Ba-da-ba-bum-ba-bum.
And
I've very strategically placed myself there.
Also, note, despite the fact I teleported, did Hendrax manage to heal me, or did that?
you got
need
one health.
teleporting?
Yeah, he did succeed.
Huzzah.
The effect hits you. You don't no like status changing things occur till
He
resolution.
cast it, but it doesn't
Yes,
go off.
Yeah, it's like the magic it's Morrowind style. It's you've got the glow around you, but it hasn't gone. Whoosh. Yeah,
It's a really cool
Deep
choice.
cut.
It's a really cool choice for you to have laid that tree across the river so there's no more difficult terrain where the tree is.
Yeah. Climb
Sure.
the tree.
I'll allow it.
Nice.
But in that condition, given that the tree burnt down,
Okay.
Sure.
Fair enough.
There's fire.
the fire has spread, even though I said
fair.
it couldn't. But if the tree fell down, the fire spread. So,
Magical tree.
movement step.
Cast a question.
Yes.
What is medium range? How many tiles?
It is 3 tiles away from you.
So if I move one, I'll be 3 tiles away from Strekrom. Is that correct?
That is correct.
I would like to move 1 tile up.
Okay.
Thank you.
Pockets also advances in the same direction towards Strekrom with Celestia by his side.
Very cool.
I'm gonna tell Crumpet, stay.
Can you make an authority roll, perhaps? Unless you'd like to use it, you can always use something else.
No, I'll use the thought.
Go authority and
Charm.
Wait, I'm looking at the wrong thing. It's still use authority.
Charisma?
Authority charisma is fine, yeah.
Challenge rating?
But it's a simple thing, so I will allow you to use strength if you'd like to just be like, "Rah!" Like command, almost like an animal, like use your physicality and your authority. Because he is like literally 7 IQ.
Like using also kind of like a hand on his
Yeah, like
shoulder,
physicality, like stay.
Yeah.
And
I'll
big
be
and
back.
imposing and powerful. Yeah.
Okay.
Challenge level 2.
Yeah.
3. All right.
Successes. And then I would like to move up. On
Yes. Strong one. Cool.
Good boy. I'll be
They just
back.
move into the watery tile next to it, but we know you. Okay.
no,
sure.
nice.
Sideways on the
We're,
tree.
we're going to make this work.
Jazza
Okay.
has balanced the Katori figure
Amazing.
in the
Committed.
tree.
We've got a set piece here. We are using.
So everyone's moved?
Yep.
Pockets moved?
Also,
Yep.
Oswald's
I
not
am
moving?
Pretty happy
Staying.
where I am.
Action declaration step.
Do you know what you're doing? I'm going to throw my shield at him.
Oh, our action step.
He's not declaring movement. Oh, he can't.
He goes last. And he can't move
Movement,
because
yeah,
he's
yeah.
adjacent to an enemy.
The move that if I
Throw
want to
shield?
keep moving is just charge.
Charge,
right?
yep.
Yeah, so I'll charge to keep going.
Okay.
Charge, throw shield. Move until everyone's
Sorry.
Crushing force.
Can I have another
Crushing
one of these,
force.
Jazza?
What's the range on that?
Close.
Do you have another one of these?
What's the what are all the ranges on that?
Close, short, medium.
Okay.
You'll pay for all the horrible inconveniences you've thrown at us.
Pockets is going to throw weapon.
Ooh.
Tris, that's kind of alarming.
Something that's in his head, Crota, until understanding.
Pockets is going to use throw weapon. All right. He uses teleport.
Of course he does.
Combat rolls that you're trying to beat. Let's see what he can do. Strekrom gets 4 successes.
Oh, chasing 4.
So is it like a step through space where if we interrupt him,
Yes.
so we just need to hit him?
Yeah.
I'll go. Actually, hang on. +1 to hit. 1, 2, 3.
Curses.
Wow. All right, and you have more dice than I
You're
have.
too busy,
But
like,
hey, look, we've
that
been
doesn't mean
Your
much.
abs.
Yeah.
Yay! 5! 5!
Nice.
5.
How many?
Out of 7 dice, I got 5 successes. Aha!
5.
3 for me.
Okay. So you Pocket successfully throws a knife and disrupts Strakrom's teleportation.
Knocks off his silly hat.
Dealing
Please.
Oh, please, yeah, that would be so good. Dealing 2
Please.
piercing damage.
So it's 2 damage with Pierce.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of
As
laugh if
your
it stuck to the
dagger
hat and just
is
stayed
thrown
there.
in, you see this field of magic shielding blast around him.
Don't
And
think you can slip away so easily.
he takes only 1 damage. So he has warding magic. He has +2 armor versus attacks from any range outside, adjacent to him, or close to him. So, given how long we rambled at the start of the session, I think we're just going to have to
Keep going.
deal with Strakrom, the villain, next week. Now that all
Okay.
our party's here,
All right.
because it's only just gotten started.
The epic conclusion continues.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, it's not like you're going to be fighting for at the Roombringer. He's all the way down on the southern continent fighting a war. So this is his agent that you have to dispatch. But all the parties together, Vanessa's outside the room locking the door. Will they find themselves?
love.
Will they find their true selves?
We will find out next week, which is also the finale of Call to Quest.
We'll try and start earlier so we can
Yeah.
have
Yeah,
the
will we
time.
make it?
Yeah, we'll definitely.
Yeah.
We'll
Okay.
definitely.
Yeah.
And is it Halloween next week or no?
No.
Okay.
I
thought we were finishing
I
it.
try. Yeah,
Yeah.
I dreamed of that. But it's October and it's spooky, so it's close enough.
Thank you to all of our Patreons.
Which ones?
All
that
of them.
one, and then that one too. But then all of these ones. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Every single
Make a
one,
note.
and you know what?
All of
Even
them.
the ones that aren't there.
Yeah.
Thank you to them as well.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All of them.
And,
Every
and
single
you know
one.
what? Everyone who watches these videos
Or listens to the podcast.
Or tunes in.
Yeah.
or buys our merch
Yeah.
or,
Or
just
sends fan
says
mail.
hi.
interested in Gateway
blows us
Roleplay.
kisses.
Yeah. Or played a game with Dragon at PAX.
Or doesn't even watch us but thinks of us fondly from time to time.
Yeah.
Or who went to a panel at PAX that we were on and went, that was good.
Yeah.
Or watched
If they didn't
live.
like it, no,
Yeah.
no thanks to you.
Thank you to all of those people,
Yeah.
which you are probably one. In fact, you're definitely one because
Yeah.
You're watching.
here
You're
you
watching.
are.
So thank you anyway.
And we'll see you next week. In
I will say, I want to add
Yeah.
to all our viewers, if you're not Australian, PAX actually live streamed one of our panels that we were
Yeah.
on. So you want to check that out. It's on PAX
really fun.
2. It was in the Quokka Theatre.
It was very
so
fun.
PAX 2 Twitch channel, Quokka Theatre, and you can find a VOD of just the raw footage of us having a little silly bit. A little
We
extra
can
that I thought
probably
we'd put
post
your
the
way.
link for it in the open Discord somewhere.
Murray volunteered to post the link to it in the Discord, so that's
Mobs,
awesome.
get on it.
Yeah, the link is actually already posted. That's how I found it.
The link is already posted.
But
That's
I think it was just on the Patreon channel. So
It's just on the
pop
Patreon
it in
channel.
the general.
all right. Thanks everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye.